Welcome back to a brand new video, folks. Today I've got 6 reasons why you should come back and play Diablo 3 if you've taken some time away from this game. For the visual purposes of this video, I have included some gameplay from my Season 27 Crusader playing a build that we just covered in yesterday's video. If the build looks fun to you, make sure to check out yesterday's video on the Season 27 Speed Fist of the Heavens Crusader. Additionally, I've got some exciting news at the end of this video for those of you who are looking forward to Diablo 4. But to get us started, let's talk about number 1, the improvement that we have seen to seasonal themes. More specifically, Diablo 3 is on its 27th season right now. If you've been away from this game for long enough, you might not even know what a season is. It's similar to a ladder in Diablo 2. If you don't know what that is, it's kind of a brand new start in which all people who are playing the season make a brand new character and compete for their spot on the leaderboards. At the end of the season, your seasonal character becomes a non-seasonal character. You can continue to play them with other non-seasonal characters, and then shortly after that season ends, you would start a new season, and everybody would start a new character. Leaderboards would get reset, and you would go from there. So, season themes started on Season 14, and Blizzard had announced their intent to basically have a different theme for each season. Something different would occur in the game or be different about the game. At first, they were pretty unexciting and didn't really change the way that we played the game. For example, Season 14's theme was called Greed, and each time you encountered a single goblin, you would find 2 of them instead. At the time, it was kind of exciting, but the hype quickly died down. It really just made us get gear a bit faster and didn't really add any new builds or content to the game. Following that season, Season 15 failed to impress as well, in which we got double bounty rewards. Of course, no one loves spamming bounty runs for materials, but again, the game itself felt largely unchanged. Over the last year, seasons have really started to pick up, and we've seen some really fun themes. Last season, we saw the introduction of brand new content to Diablo 3 in the form of Echoing Nightmares, a survival game mode in which you try to defeat waves of monsters while they increasingly grow in power. These were popular and have become a permanent feature to the game. This season, Blizzard introduced something called Angelic Crucibles, which are consumable items that drop on a pretty frequent basis. In short, they can be used to add a really powerful effect to your character. Each class has 3 different effects which have largely increased the power of some builds that were previously never viable or hadn't been viable for a very long time. This season has promoted a plethora of brand new builds and major buffs to some others. This is a great place to segue into reason number 2, which are the season-specific builds. Because of these Angelic Crucibles, we have a multitude of builds that you'll only get the opportunity to play during this season, one of which examples can be seen in the gameplay footage for this video. Some other examples include the Strafe Impale Demon Hunter, which is one of the best solo level farming builds that we have ever seen. Another great example is the Whirlwind build that now allows you to vacuum enemies into your whirlwind as you spin by. Or if you like pet builds, you might enjoy the Endless Army of the Dead Necromancer build. These are just a few of many seasonal exclusive builds that you could try out today that you would not ever get the chance to try out if you miss Season 27. And so it's really a great season to come into because you're going to get to try something that you'll never have the opportunity to try again. To get into reason number 3, not only do we have some season only builds that are exclusive to Season 27, but we have a lot of recent reworks to old sets that have largely increased the viability of outdated builds. Reworks to the Tal Rasha set and the Mempo of Twilight allow us to play a meteor build in which we can rapidly drop an absurd number of meteors on the enemies around us. It looks really cool. It's really satisfying to play. I'd highly recommend you check out a video on a Season 27 Tal Rasha build just to kind of see how exciting it looks to play. There's the Crusader Akan set, just got buffed and reworked to promote the skills of Phalanx and Condemn, which has opened up a brand new pet-based build to the game. A lot of people really into their pet-based builds, and if that's something you're into, I would definitely recommend checking out a guide for that as well. Just a couple of seasons ago, the Demon Hunter Marauder set got a massive buff to once again let us relive the glory of the old Sentry build that was seen in the early days of the Reaper of Souls expansion. If you haven't played Diablo 3 in the last year, there are just a massive number of builds to try that really weren't there even just a year ago. And some of them kind of feel like they're coming back after a really long time of being out of commission. Let's get into reason number 4, which is the relatively massive player base in this game right now. A series of events has really led to quite the resurgence of player population in this game. To get into a few of those reasons, let's look into Diablo Immortal and how disappointed most people were in the predatory nature of the cash shop. If you were like me, you may have enjoyed the gameplay of Diablo Immortal, only to quit after finding out that you really can't be remotely competitive without spending thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. The number of people quitting this game who were still hungry for more Diablo seems sizable to some degree, and a lot of those players came back to Diablo 3 over the past few seasons. To add to this, the Season 27 theme has been just a massive success. At the time of this recording on September 19, 2022, there are a whopping 320 public games running between bounties, rifts, and greater rifts. This is much higher than the numbers we saw at the 1 month mark of the past few seasons. Lastly, there were some recent changes made to Path of Exile, Diablo's #1 competitor. These changes left the player base mostly upset, resulting in quite a lot of these players opting to try out Season 27 of Diablo 3. All of these reasons combined have created quite the perfect resurgence of popularity in Diablo 3. Reason number 5 is really important if you're like me and you prefer to play the game solo. The introduction of some of these really powerful season-specific builds have allowed solo players to more effectively farm massive numbers of Paragon levels compared to the past seasons. This means that you don't need a group of friends or other people in-game to farm out a competitive amount of Paragon levels. You have every opportunity this season to be a serious contender for the leaderboards, and before you think that it's too late to join the season and to make the leaderboards, we're already a month in. This just isn't the case. Last season, I started playing in just the last 4 weeks of the season, and I was able to make the top 400 Demon Hunter leaderboards while maintaining my full-time work schedule. If I can do it, you can do it too. This is especially true with the improvements to solo play Paragon level farming as well that weren't there for me last season as a solo player, and so I was largely disadvantaged by the people who were playing in groups, especially the people who were playing in group Paragon farm metas. And reason number 6 is a big one, and it's the final reason, but it has to do with Diablo 4 more than it has to do with Diablo 3. So on September 19th, 2022, Blizzard announced that those selected for the Diablo 4 beta should receive their beta keys by November 18th of this year, and you can sign up today. Blizzard said that they will be selecting players for this beta who have recently spent a significant amount of time playing the endgame experiences of Diablo 2 Resurrected and Diablo 3. Therefore, you can improve your chances of becoming one of the first people to test Diablo 4 in a closed beta environment by playing as much Diablo 3 as possible starting today. A link to the sign up for the closed beta will be included below in the description. Signing up is a really simple process that involves going to the official Diablo 4 website, logging in, and selecting the red button that says sign up for updates. It'll let you know that you're signed up, and then from that point, you just have to wait, and hopefully you get some good news by November 18th. Well, folks, for those of you who made it this far, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. If you're currently playing Diablo 3, leave a comment down below with your number one reason why former players should return to this game today. If this video has convinced you to return to Diablo 3, then I hope to see you soon, and hopefully, I'll catch you in the Diablo 4 beta. Until next time, folks, thanks for watching, and take care.
Gonna start.